Welcome to Missed Operations for Mission 4, Bartolomeo Fortress. So while there's only one missed operation that we have for this one, technically it's 1.5 because there was a little something that I wanted to show off here that I didn't get a chance to show off in the actual video itself, and that is basically what happens at the start of Snake Pit's operation here, Mission C.
Garuda team, I need you to provide backup for each battalion. Begin operation.
So, of course, Snake Pit's operation is an anti-air one, and it's the one that you take on alone, because as you'll see coming up in a little bit, Windhover and Avalanche squadrons basically break off, and they each take either Operation A or Operation B on either side of the mountain. But this is the little bit here that I want to show off, where at the start of the mountain run, leading up to where Snake Pit is, further in the canyon, there are all these little radar dishes and radar facilities, kind of reminiscent of the Northern Eye from Shattered Skies, just on the side of the mountain here, and all these little radar facilities will provide basically electronic countermeasures against you to take your accuracy down for your missiles, and they kind of cancel out the ESM support that Snake Pit gives you. So yeah, you're going to want to take these out pretty much as quickly as you can if you're doing this in a run where you go right for Snake Pit first, because these will help you score better hits on enemies, especially once you get well inside Snake Pit's ESM range. But that's basically it. So yeah, at this point we would generally, in the video, or the last video, we would come in right around this point, well inside the mission area, so we wouldn't even come across the radar facilities.
This is Ghost Eye to all.
But anyways, here's basically the actual start of the mission, where we are going to tackle Operation C, the one headed by Quox Battalion.
Electronic support plane. Moving to support ground forces.
Garuda team, I need you to provide backup for each battalion.
Operation C is a little easier than Operation A in terms of the enemies that you face along the path.
Battalion is heading for the first checkpoint at a steady
Takes a little longer because Quox is a bit slower than Warlock in its progression up the mountain. But that's no real concern to you, because basically once you take out each wave of enemies, the next one will spawn. So if you're going for the Quicksilver achievement, or the Quicksilver medal I should say, again, this is probably another one of the ones that you'd want to go for, because it has a lot less actual priority targets than Warlocks on the other side of the mountain.
Jackson, protect the front of the line while you advance. Enemy chopper unit confirmed. We'll need an air unit to take it out for us.
Enemy facility was destroyed. Quox Battalion is approaching the first checkpoint now.
Here they are.
So the big threats to Quox in this operation are these howitzer launchers that they spawn on the sides of the mountain here, because they can hit them from long range, and also the chopper unit that they just reported into us. We'll see in a second here.
Quox Battalion has arrived at the first checkpoint. Warlock Battalion has arrived at the first checkpoint.
And again, with Warlock, if you're doing Operation B and going through it all the way, you don't need to worry that much, because they are a very big force. And they've also thankfully got Windhover looking after them, so his team can keep them safe for a little bit. But yeah, this is another one of those missions where you kind of want to be, like, hopscotching across the map here and there, just to try and make sure you've got everyone covered. And again, if you need to go run across the map and focus attention on another part of the mission, then you've got Avalanche overhead, able to take out a couple enemies here and there.
That's a kill!
Again, this is something that I've mentioned a couple of times with different commentators, like, the AI in the game, especially your air-to-air allied AI, is actually pretty good at doing its job. You don't really need to babysit anyone here, but it definitely does make a big difference if you can get to at least the majority of the operations.
Watch out, I'm gonna brake hard. Ugh, he evaded.
Again, yeah, you can see there was one Apache that I kind of missed there, and it's just bombing the shit out of Quox right now, but oh, that's gone, so don't gotta worry about that one anymore.
Ceasefire. No need to strike anymore.
The AA guns and SAMs, at least along the mountainside here, are no threat to Quox itself, but they're more a threat to you. And of course, they're just bonus points if you're going for the S rank.
Mission is going as planned. We're about halfway to the objective.
Going on my tail.
Quox Battalion is approaching the second checkpoint now.
Release their launch.
And so there is the second wave of enemies down, and so now we have our final encampment right up here, pretty much right on the doorstep of Bartolomeo itself. And again, it's same sort of configuration. You've got a pillbox guarding the main facility, a couple of priority targets here in the clearing, and then howitzer launchers up there on the mountainside itself that will start firing at Quox once they get close to them.
We have radar lock on.
Again, this is taking a little bit longer because I am just using like missiles and bombs. I'm not strafing everything like I did in the actual video for Mission 4.
Garuda 1 launched missile. Ground target destroyed. Warlock Battalion has lost half its forces.
All forces, we're still doing fine. We can still fight.
Yeah, if you guys say so.
I've got lock on.
Line shake me off. I'm hit. Disengaging from combat zone. All pilots, I'll take care of this one. Snake pit. It missed. I got a missile coming at me. Anti-aircraft gun destroyed.
Ground target has been eliminated. We have radar lock on.
Good. Hang in there. Here, hand on my shoulder.
And again, you can kind of hear like the little subplot going on over the radio about this poor Eslovakian soldier named Miller, of all things.
Quox Battalion has arrived at the objective point.
And again, this game does have some kind of smart writing to it, just not in the cutscenes. But anyway, there we go. That is missed operations for Mission 4. We will see you next time.